Hello everyone, my name is Mateusz, and in this video I will look into performance of different ways of moving objects in Unity. For the test performance I used Unity version 2021 as you can see, and EL2 CPP scripting backend. For the tests I prepared 1000 game objects, and since we are dealing with speed measurements, I decided to use simple red racing cars, which are nested under two parents. Alright, now we can see all the methods which will be tested. And the first one to be measured is gonna be using getComponentTransform and assignments of new vector. I will be using Unity Profiler to check the actual performance of the methods, and I will be trying to get a point that resembles more or less an average. By not being perfect, I think it should be good enough for my cases. This way I can compare my methods at the end, and also I will have deprofiling option turned on, so you can watch what exactly took how much time in a given method. So we've got about 4.5 milliseconds of behavior update running in this case. Okay, now I will speed up this video, and at the end I will present result comparison with some conclusions and tips to use in your game setups. So it's time for some conclusions now. And it's very interesting that just by caching transforms and positions, we managed to pretty much half the time. In my tests, I managed to gain slight performance boost when updating local position instead of global. If you are multiplying vector with other variables like float, if you can, multiply them before applying to vector, or at least put brackets. This reduces operations on vector and can save a decent chunk of time. In my example, just by putting brackets for 3 variables, I reduced the compilation time by 1/3. In terms of various methods we can use to update position in Unity, assignments of new vector or assignments of large vector were the fastest in my tests. But the other methods were only slower at worst by 10 to 15%, and depending on use case, might turn out to be better. At the end, I also tested the performance of update being called on a single script performed on all game objects for lerping method on a list and an array. I managed to cut an additional 0.3 for the list and 0.4 millisecond for the array. And that's all I wanted to say to you today. And I hope, in case you run into some performance issues with your code, you will find some of my tips at least useful. And thanks for watching.